Welcome back to Josh's place. We're going to get going on this front suspension and get the front suspension done in this video. We got some tubing to put between the frame rails, get it welded in, and then I brought some old plating that we can cut apart and plate in the frame around them. And then this suspension is ready to go. So we'll show you what we're doing here. We'll keep you along in every step here. And you can let us know what you think, and if this is the way we should have done it. If you think we should have done it differently, just let us know in the comments. We're going to get after this, so stick around.
So these are going to be the tubes that we put in the frame to keep the frame from crushing when we bolt in that front suspension all the way. So we're going to need 2 pieces at 5 inches, 2 at 5.5, and they will go in where these bolt mounts are and keep the frame from crushing when we get everything mounted in. And then we'll use some plate and we'll box this section of the frame in just to keep any torsion out of it when it's steering and whatnot. And when the motor's torquing up and stuff, it'll help it flex less. So we'd like to keep it as rigid as possible right now because it's an old truck frame, so it's got a lot of flex in it.
For anyone that didn't see it in the last video when we test fit this Crown Vic front suspension, I'll just put that up top and I'll pin it in the description. As you can see in here, it pretty much fits. There's one hole at the back we had to drill out a little bit bigger. The hole was already there. And then the rear bolts fit. You just have to make a spacer. And now Josh is just finishing cutting up those tubes. We'll start with putting the front tubes in and then get them welded in. And then we'll do the back tubes one at a time. And once we're happy with that, we'll get this all plated in.
All right, I think we're gonna have a little bit of a change of plans here. I think we might get rid of our 2 spacers that we have between the frame and the subframe here. And while we're at it, we might as well clean all this crap out so it quits corroding and doesn't corrode into the steel frame. And then I think we might drop everything. It's going to make the truck a little bit lower, but I think it's going to make our fitment a lot better. And then we'll just have to space up on the top side of the frame because as we have it...
That's just a brace anyway. The main structure that holds everything in place will be the bottom.
Yeah.
Because even on the Crown Vic, like that just goes down and like you can adjust it a little bit.
It's just a strut brace. But
yeah.
You still want it there because this is still the main bolt tying the frame in.
So yeah, we'll pull the 2 bolts out, pull our spacers out, set it down flat, and we may have to pull our rear mounts off just to deal with them later.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out for these. I've seen guys notch the frame here and flex this up, and then you just have to box all of it in, which is an option. But then you take away a little bit of your frame strength, but I guess if you box it,
that makes it stronger in the end.
Whatever.
Smoky garage on a Saturday night, sparks flying high like a neon light. There's a V12 rumbling where it don't belong, welding dreams of steel while cranking a song. Chrome in the veins, rust in the soul.
Alrighty, so we kind of have one side half done. So what we've done is put some plate in bottom and top here and put our crush sleeves in. So when we tighten it up, it's not going to crush the frame. Eventually we'll plate around this just to give it a little more stiffness. And basically this is how we started it on that side. So I just made a cardboard template. There's one for the top somewhere. Or this is the one for the top, but it's this side. We'll see if we can we're gonna have to build a new one, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll just use this, cut out a piece of plate, prep this and clean it, weld it in.
And magically you have your plate there.
Yeah, we'll have to make this hole match. Once we get it welded, we'll have to grind it down, drill a hole through the middle of it there. And then we'll do the same thing, finish up the top and bottom, and plate them in on both sides, and then we'll pretty much be done with the front suspension.
Tearing down that moonlit road, wires hanging out, but she still goes. No talks back here, just feel it tight. If it blows up, we'll fix it right. Every bolt we strip, every panel we bend, we just call it a feature, not the end. So fire up that welder, let's go again. This ain't just a build, it's revenge.
So as you can see, we just cut some plates out of scrap steel, buffed the paint off them, and started by welding the center where it's flat and then worked it around. And now that's all boxed in. We just got to drop the suspension, weld the bottom on both of them, and then same right here. We just got to clean this edge up a little bit, fold it in, weld it up, and just weld in a couple plates at the back, and it is done.
Finish our spacers here.
Yeah, we'll do some spacers here so that this clamps flat once we have everything else done, but it's ready to go. Okay, so it's just that easy. And we did it with used steel and a arc welder because we were out of MIG gas. So if we can do it with homemade and scrap, anybody can do this. It's really not that hard. All that's left is just to drop the suspension out, weld the bottom, and put a coat of paint on it, and it is good to go.
I might do a little finish grinding behind some sins.
Well,
maybe.
yeah, that's up to you. It's your truck. You can hide the welds if you want. That's why I didn't weld it, because people can make fun of your welds in the comments.
That's fair.
Speaking of which, if you have any questions, you want to know what we did, what we used to do this, just go down in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer everyone. And thank you, everybody, for watching. We will catch you in the next one. See you later.
Toodles.